The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought with it being such a unique thing that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. Things like that. And it's just a unique film of him.
He says, I beat you. He says, they say we came in under the dead heat. He says, that's not true because I beat you. And the American said, well, he says, if you like to think so, he says, but I know the real story. He says, I know I clearly won that one. See?
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abbo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
Chaperone can get our number. The world's in slumber. Let's misbehave. There's something wild about you, child, that's so contagious. Let's be outrageous. Let's misbehave. When Adam won Eve's hand, he wouldn't stand for teasing. He didn't care about those apples out of season. They say the spring means just one thing to little lovebirds. We're not above birds. Let's misbehave.
The Madness Comic Network and Comic Related Madness proudly presents Comic Related Unboxings from The Madness. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube.
Hey, yo, what's happening? What's up? You know what's up. I'm here with our friend, Laurie Calcaterra. Oh, yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
Congratulations,
Happy Wednesday.
first off, on fulfilling. I like
Thank
people
you.
who fulfill books and quickly with a quickness and a very timely manner. We love that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But I didn't order this book.
No, you didn't, but
No, I didn't. No, I did. I think I got the PDF, right?
yeah, you got the PDF level. But I know we had talked about you really wanted a physical copy. I had extras.
No,
I
let's
just
see.
needed to send it to you. I just did.
What happened is I hit her up the other day and I'm like, hey, I got some money. You got any of them first prints left? Because you guys know how it is for me. Sometimes I got money, sometimes I don't, And it's like some campaigns get by me because I don't have money at the time. And then I'll hit people up later. Hey, man, can I still get one of those? Because, Well, I hit Laurie up the other day and I said, hey, I got some money. Can I still get first print? She sent me a picture of this.
I already sent it.
Yeah, it was already in the mail. So here it is. And thank you so very, very much.
You're
And
welcome, sir.
I love the marketing.
Yep, that's kind of our thing. There's little Scully sitting everywhere.
What else? The other thing I love is like when people like artists will send you something and they'll draw on the package. I call it mail art. I have a whole bunch of it. I don't throw that stuff away.
Yeah,
I have a whole bunch of it that I cut up and put in a frame. Yeah, we love mail art too. Us art fans and comic fans, we love all that stuff. So
Well, I'll remember that, and I'll have Marco do some on the next round.
yeah, you have them
Thinking
do
about
like
that,
just do a couple random like drawings on the inside, and some people
and then
get
I'll
a bonus.
shuffle them in, and whoever gets them gets them. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that brings people back too, because they never expected it. It wasn't like something you knew you were going to get with your pledge or whatever, and then bam, there it is. That's how Brian Polito got me.
I had some extra prints. I had done some promotional stuff where I was raffling away some prints, some signed prints. So I had a bunch of extras. So I just randomly put them in like sleeves of of books, and then as I was fulfilling, whoever got them. So
right.
Some people got some extras.
I got to be careful because comics. Always got to be careful with the comics. Now, I went out to the mailbox and I knew this was coming because, of course, like I said, I had asked, can I get one of those? But it came with a quickness from Texas.
I was really happy with how everything got delivered. Everybody got their stuff like real quick. Even the big old boxes where people ordered like 2 shirts and 4 comics and keychain stickers, like all of the merch. They got it real quick. There she is.
Here, let me make this big. You guys got to see this.
Big.
Oh yes, we got to make this bigger. There it is, The Path of the Pale Rider. Oh, what do we got down here? Oh, we got signed by. A couple people looks like, huh?
Both of us. You got both of our signatures. So
very nice. Thank you so much, man.
You're very welcome.
It's awesome. And then she put one. See, you guys that do this, what you need to do is you need to send us another sticker so that after we've opened it up and looked at it, we can seal it back up.
That one I have successfully opened and reclosed. So you should be able to. You
understand what I'm saying, though? It's like,
in case it rips.
Somebody had the gold dot seal, right? It was like, man, I don't want to mess this thing up, opening it up. You never know if it's going to be like too
Go back,
attached to the
yeah.
bag and ruin the bag or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, but yeah, if I know I can peel it and reattach it, that makes it much better.
Yeah,
'Cause
I just peel off the bottom half and then flip the top open and take it out, and that seemed to work just fine.
Well, a lot of people are like, well, you got the PDF, just read the PDF and leave it alone. Y'all don't understand.
Same. Well, it's not the same, and especially for my comic, like if you do that, we can talk about the riddle that's on the back, because remember, with Path of the Pale Rider, you're not just getting a comic, you're getting a riddle that you have to solve, and there's clues in the back of the book that you don't get with the PDF.
One of the things I was going to say is I tell people when I sit in this chair, I don't read comics.
Right.
I sit in this chair and I go to work.
Yeah.
When I'm kicked back there, that's when I read comics, and I don't have a tablet or any of that stuff back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I read comic books, you know. So yeah, I even have like this big, like, I don't know, it's kind of heavy, like instruction paper, piece of paper that I fold over the cover while I'm reading it, so I don't sit there and get fingerprints all over the cover. I'm very careful with the comics. I put them back in the bag, you know.
Yeah.
And then they stay there forever.
Right?
What is up,
It's like
Master Dan? Dude,
Rosebud. That's our A cover. It's such a cool concept. Like, for those of everybody who have read the comic, there's this point right in the middle, and this was in our Kickstarter preview, so I'm not spoiling this for anybody.
Right.
But there's a point where our cowboy Jude, he makes a decision to stop and pick up this glass on the road, and that kind of like sparks this huge dilemma. Like, his decision to pick up that glass had dire consequences. So to me, when Marco drew the cover,
of broken glass with
that's a
reflections
busted
in it.
glass. That's the glass that he chose to pick up. And to Marco, that meant like humanity is shattered. You know what I mean? Because the way that the death process is broken and everything is just messed up. It's like, that was his meaning behind it, is like how shattered we are.
She has like layers upon layers of this campaign. There's a video story. There's all kinds of stuff that's going on with this. But let's tell everybody go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about the actual story here with this, and then we'll preview your sign-up page for book 2, because the sign-up page for book 2 for this is up. You can go sign up right now. I put the link in the top of the
Did you?
YouTube
okay,
chat.
there it is. Thank you. So Path of the Pale Rider is a world where the death process is broken. So what happens is, when you die, your soul, your energy, whatever you want to call that, it doesn't leave your body. So you don't rest. You get to stay and experience your own decay, which is gross.
Yeah, your body's still fucked up.
Your body is still dead. You're still decaying. So what happens is as your brain decays in your skull, you start going through memory loss and violence and detachment. It's like you go through that process.
There's a joke there, but I'm not going to say it.
Don't say it. But I mean, you go through that nasty process of decay while you're still here, and it's like your family and your friends get to experience it with you. But as people continue to decay, they become a lot more chaotic. So now we're dealing with, society that has lots of issues. We have overpopulation. Another thing about it is that it's broken for everything. So not just people. We're not talking about like cannibalistic zombies. We're talking about people with issues that are slowly decaying, right, and having issues. But we also have like animals that cannot die, insects that cannot die, fish. I mean, everything, right? So now we have famine, right? Because nobody wants to eat an animal that's still moving. It's like your hamburger is still moving, Pops. That's kind of gross. Chicken wing, it's like you can't eat it when it's still moving. It's gross. Yeah. Can you imagine? So it's like we got all sorts of problems with like food, and like insects maybe are too stupid to realize they should stop eating. So now we have like these swarms of undead insects eating our crops. You can't kill them. Pesticides don't work because they're already dead, right? So things basically devolve to the Wild West. So we're 10 years into the apocalypse.
Does like flaming something down to a crispy ash work?
it's still there in the ashes, but yes, you could stop them. However, how long are they mobile while they're on fire? So that's actually an issue that you will see in the comic. That someone
Okay.
tries to stop a swarm of bugs with fire, and you'll see what happens.
Okay,
It's not
there we
good.
go. See, she's
not
answering
good.
all the questions.
I have spent a lot of time world building this story. So
It
if
sounds
you have
like
questions, we've thought about it. And there's a lot of stuff that, you know, I want to address in the comic that maybe we won't get to, but that's what the short films and the riddles are for. So the short films will address like other things that Jude won't see in the comic but are happening. Like our first one, we did a commercial for an undead retirement community where people,
Do you want to show
you know,
it?
it's like
Because I love it.
when they're undead, it's like, where do you go? Do you stay with the living? Do
Do
you
you want
have
to
a
show it?
community?
You want to show that
Yeah,
trailer?
it's
Because I
on my
love it.
YouTube channel.
Show
Can
it.
you grab it?
Share it.
I don't.
Oh, well.
I can't because I'm on my phone.
Oh,
I
you're
can
on your
share the
phone.
link
Okay,
though.
let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it just
Which,
go over to YouTube.
uh-huh.
I'm on
And
your channel. Hold on, let me get out of here.
Is it the Laurie or
Yeah,
is
just
it
do
okay.
Laurie Calcaterra.
Okay. Watch, I'm gonna get over here and find out I'm not even subbed to your channel. I'll be
I only have like 4 videos, so I don't blame you. You know what I mean?
yeah, there I am, not subbed to your channel. I am now though. Now
There we go. So it's the
that's
Pine
the
Fox
comics
commercial.
tube? Oh, that's
The
the
Pine
comics
Fox
tube.
commercial. It's
Hold
the
up.
one that it has the circle logo. Now look at
Yeah.
that circle logo. Look at the negative space. What do you see?
I'm picking you up on all these other channels, but I'm not getting yours.
Yeah, you have to go to the one that has the blue circle with the L in it and click on that. And there's like 4 videos, 5 videos, maybe 6.
Wow,
So there's
you've been
Pine
on a lot
Fox
of
commercial.
shows.
I've been on a ton of shows. Yeah. But I'm excited. I love being on shows and talking about it. You know what I mean? And like have people asking me questions like, well, what about this? And it's like, yeah,
Oh,
let's
you
talk about
look,
that.
you need an avatar for one thing.
I
You got
know.
to
Well,
have
I mean,
you
like I
got-
haven't really spent any time
But
on
I
the
was
YouTube
subbed to
channel,
it.
but I'm working on it. That's
I
on
was subbed
the
to
list
it.
of things to do, right?
I was subbed to it though. Okay, the
Oh, you were.
Pine Fox commercial.
That's it.
That's the one you want to. You got some
Yeah.
other stuff that relates to this too, but we'll show that one.
Yeah, let's show that one.
I have to adjust some things here. Hold on.
I hear you.
Just stop sharing your sign up page that I was going to show off and do the YouTube thing. I'm going to have to mute myself. And okay, we're ready.
All right.
When it comes to an inspired and privileged retirement, Pine Fox is where you want to be. Quality of life, peace of mind, harmony, it's all here. The setting is beautiful and peaceful. The atmosphere is lively and enriching. The amenities have something for everyone and every interest. At Pine Fox, your health and well-being is a top priority. Our community is growing and just waiting for you to join us. If making the most of your AD years matters to you, the choice is clear. Pine Fox.
Katie, time to come in.
Okay, Mom.
For more information, call 216-555-3323 or visit pinefox.com today.
Most excellent. I love it.
That's it.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it was fun. It's like we wanted to start out just, kind of mimicking just like really a retirement community, like in this day and age where it's like, if you wanted to retire, where would you want to retire? But it's like, if you notice, I never show you anybody's face while you're seeing that, the white picket fences and the stuff, so you don't really see that it's for undead people until the very end when you see the little girl and it's like, oh, crap. Right? But
And
we
I like the
interspliced it.
cameo. I like how
Right,
you
I
made
was
the
in there. I
cameo.
mean, like, my family and my kids were both in there just because it's like sometimes it's like you need people to be in your film and like, what are you doing, honey? Let's film something, It's like
Be a movie star. Come on, let's play
right.
movie.
My kids love being in my stuff, so it's really funny. So yeah, but it's like we intersplice like the serene, commercial with like the riots and the unrest that's really going on in Path of the Pale Rider. So it's like it's a good version of what's really happening versus the propaganda that they're telling you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like in this world, people go away to the undead retirement community, you never hear from them again. So who even knows what the hell it really is? You'll find out in issue number 8.
In issue number 8.
Issue number 8, you get to visit the undead retirement community, and you'll see what it is, and it's not what you think it is.
And that tells you right there that she's got this planned out for a long time.
Okay, I do.
This obviously is going to keep going. I'm looking forward to you launching the next one, which again, like I said, we have that right there. Oh no, that one. This one.
There it is.
Sign up right now for Path of the Pale Rider number 2.
Right there we are. You got to hit that green button to subscribe. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming with this next one. Of course, the next issue is always better than the one before it because you get to learn a little more what's going on. Right. In the first issue, you get to see Jude. You get to see him make a lot of decisions in the world itself and how terrible of a place it is. And then he's going to another place. And we're going to mix it up a little bit. We'll see, we're going to introduce some new things that you haven't seen really in comics before, or at least not very common. You're going to see fights. You're going to see, you're just going to see more of the world in a different setting than what we got in the first one. And then we're going to, lead you right into the next, what happens next. And it's like, I got the riddle for the back pages done. I got the reward for that done. Marco has the front cover done. He's working on the first 4 pages, which will be the Kickstarter preview, which will answer some of the questions from the last one. Because when I leave you at the end of that issue, you finally find out what he's looking for. I'm not going to tell you, but you find out what he's looking for. And so you get to see that in the first 4 pages. You'll get to see what he's looking for. He'll find it, and it's it'll be a moment. We'll just put it that way. So we have lots of things planned and the rewards. It's like, it's like anytime I did these interviews, Pops, people were asking me about choose your own adventure. I heard that so many times. Do you know what I did? I wrote one. I made one. I made a choose your own adventure book. So that's going to come out with the next one. You'll have a chance to get the comic and the choose your own adventure in one of the backer rewards. So you get to actually make decisions in this world and see if you can survive. I've done some beta testing. No one has survived yet. So if you get to the end of this book on the first try, you please let me know. I'll send you something. I don't care. I'll figure it out. I'll autograph something and send you something for free if you can get through on your first try. Nobody has.
Look, and then there's the collaboration between you and some of the people that you've met recently.
Oh my gosh, we're having so much fun. Between me and the Zombie Bros and then Slaughterville.
And Allison and
Allie.
Christy.
Yeah.
Allie,
yeah. I'm having a
so
blast.
I'm so glad that you found us and that we found you. It's like that's what's supposed to happen when people come into the madness. They're supposed to find people that they like, that they want to work with, and make everything bigger
Right,
and bigger
exactly.
and bigger.
Exactly. The Zombie Bros and I were all doing Easter eggs in our comics, so you'll see like references to my comic and their comics, and references to them and their comics and my comics. Slaughterville is giving away limited edition cards for Path of the Pale Rider. You get to battle Big James. If you don't know who Big James is, oh my God, he's a giant, very pissed off undead bear.
Yeah, he's the undead
So
bear.
you can't get
we were
away
going to
from
cover
this.
that because, of course, Slaughterville, Laughing Rogue, Chris is one of our sponsors. And
yes, and such a nice guy. Like,
he's
amazing.
he did a bunch of them. He did one for Sassoni, for Lee Newman, for his book. He did one for you, or maybe more than one. Two, right? He did
two for me.
Yeah,
he did the disc. Right. So in our world, our cowboy, well, everybody, they wear this thing on their chest called a disc. It's kind of like your driver's license if you're undead or you're alive, right? So when you activate it, it beats with your heartbeat, and it makes a sound. It will, emit sound through the speaker. So it's like a police officer would walk up and tap your disc to see if you're alive or not.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're undead, then they ship you off to wherever. But again, it's technology, so they hack them, they malfunction. There's all sorts of issues because it's technology, and I'm thinking real world. So Chris took the disc and made that a card where it's like, I think you can evade some damage if you're wearing the disc, so wear the disc.
He did one,
and then of course there's the Big James card, which I'm sorry if you get that, because there's no way to escape.
Big James, yo. There's also a Bushy Boo Circus.
Yeah, with Crom, isn't it?
Or two. Yeah, one of them definitely is Crom Clown. That the art from Manny Soto, he did that. Chris is getting involved in a lot of cross promotions. He likes helping everybody get seen.
Yeah.
How much fun is it to be able to play your character in somebody else's game, right?
That's so cool. I just think it's awesome.
See your character come up on one of the cards as somebody's using or whatever.
Yeah, and again, if you get Big James, I apologize.
No, don't apologize. That's just the way it is, man.
It is what it is, but you can't get away from him, so be prepared. I think his card, the way he wrote it, it's like you cannot escape combat. You have to sacrifice a person in order to survive. I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, that's pretty accurate. Like, you can't really get away from Big James, so sorry.
The cool thing about Crom is the art is him with them two white tigers.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're part of his game or not, but you see what I'm saying? It's like you got Crom with two big white tigers.
Yeah.
You guys go after him. I'm gonna skip on.
Oh. I think that one, I read that card too. It's like there's this Slaughterville has a circus in their game. So this is like Bougie Boo is the competing circus group to come in. So it's like then they clash. So it's like, competing circuses. Can you imagine those fights?
Everything. That's what I mean. It's like Chris's game is really in depth. Even if you saw the demo for Gods of Metal during CromCon last time, or if you've seen him do the demo for the new hunting game.
That one is so cool.
Family friendly Gone Hunting. It's great. It's like a content. You kill
it looks like Catan. It looks like, where you build the board, it's a random board, and then you just travel those spaces and you do. It's like, I want to play that. I'm not a hunter, but unless you count people. But just kidding. And I don't actually hunt people. I'm just pretending.
Yet. We don't hunt people yet.
If the world
we all have
explodes,
comic
then
book imagination, so we all know anything can happen.
Well, that's what it is. It's like I just take all that knowledge that I have about how to fillet people and I write it into comics. So
there you go. See,
so people can enjoy all sorts of bloody, gruesome, technical martial art fights in my comic, because that's what I do.
I was gonna say it's also vice versa. People that don't know anything about flaying people can learn.
Not necessarily. I don't know. It's like, unless you actually know, they'd probably be like, this is cool, and then turn the page. But it's like, for those of us that know, it's like, that would suck, Like she did what to that person? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
see,
that's
I got grandkids that be up there trying. I wonder if we can make that happen again. Let's try
no,
that.
I hope not. Let's not teach the grandkids. No.
They're crazy, but I went up there one day. And Isaac was laying on the floor, and Gabe was standing on top of him, stomping on him. And Isaac was laying on the floor laughing, which encourages Gabe to continue to stomp on him, right?
Of course.
I'm like, dude, what if he stomps on your face? You're not going to be laughing anymore. Don't encourage him to stomp on you like that.
Oh my goodness.
So, there's a lot of grandparenting going on because, mom and dad ain't always here,
Right, of course. I mean,
Man, if I hear them laughing in a certain way, I know
then
I probably need to go
I
see
need to
what's
go
going
check
on.
out. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it's like. Hey, Rock, look, he might be asleep. He's having a rough day. Look at him. He's on the ground right there.
Aww.
I think he's asleep. He's having a rough couple days, Laurie.
Poor doggy.
I mean, I feel for him. I get it, but
He'll
Luna's
be
too old.
fine.
Luna's too old for that. You gotta leave her alone, guy.
Yeah.
He'll survive. Only a
He'll
couple
be
more
just
days.
fine.
Only a few
Right,
more
right.
days, right?
Right.
I had earplugs in last night and everything, and he's right there at the foot of my bed, just wee, whine, whimper, whine, whimper, whine. It's like, dude, she's up there sleeping. She ain't even thinking about you.
No.
Go to sleep. Yeah, no. He'll figure it out. Poor guy. So, yeah, everybody, you need to go check out Path of the Pale Rider 2. There is going to be a catch-up tier on this, right? So you can get number 1 as well.
Of course. Yep. So you'll be able to get one. I have a catch-up PDF, so you can get the 2 PDFs if you just want to do that, or if you're overseas and we can't ship to you, you can do the PDF or you can do the catch-up PDF, or you can get the 1 and 2 together. I also am going to be doing a zombie starter kit. So if you guys are interested in reading more about the undead, you can get a PDF of mine, Ray's, and Avalon, all 3 in a PDF bundle. So we have, I'll do like the early bird sticker because I'm going to be creating a whole set of like collectible stickers. I think I dropped the number down actually for how many of those are available.
You guys should do a print. You guys should do a crossover print with all 3 of your things that everybody who backs all 3 of your books gets that print. Anybody who backs all 3 physical, like if they get all 3 of the physical copies of your book, like they get Ray's, they get Avalon, they get.
Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing physical. We're only doing PDF right now.
No, this is.
I mean, that's something that we can talk about another time, but I think we just decided
anybody
PDF.
who does back all 3. A physical copy of all 3. Maybe you guys get together and make some kind of a print with all of your characters on it that you can just send to those people that back all 3 of your books.
Oh, okay. All right. I understand what you're saying.
Something that's exclusive to somebody who backs all 3 of your books.
That would be a little difficult logistically. We'll figure that out though. But we have the Zombies Live group or the Zombies Live group where there's a lot of people that, like we're sharing audience at this point. It's like people that follow Avalon, follow Path of the Pale Rider, and a lot of people went and backed both of their projects because they just both finished. They were both successfully funded on their Kickstarters. So mine's a little different. Right.
We're very happy about that. We love it. Everybody gets funded, man. You guys know what's up.
Sam was so happy. He went to Hawaii. Like, bye.
I saw that.
He just got back.
I was like, that better not be the Kickstarter money. No, I'm kidding.
No, he didn't do that. No, he would never do that.
Yet. I know. I was just teasing. I'm just teasing him. I love that dude. I mean, I look out for all my friends. I want you guys to all succeed.
So I have the Choose Your Own Adventure. I have the Funko Pops, which I'm opening up to the public. So on my last Kickstarter, the first one, I only had 1 tier that could get a Funko Pop. So this is how I'm going to structure this. So every Kickstarter, I'm going to release the one that we previewed the last time. So in the first Kickstarter, we had the Jude St. Clair pop. One of my, I don't know what to call her, one of my backers, her name is Rachel. She backed that one, so she gets the collectible white box Jude St. Clair.
Right.
In the next Kickstarter, I'll open up, I can only do 50, so I mean, it'd be great if people max out at 50. The guy that I use would be ecstatic, but I can only do 50. So it's a limited run on these,
Right.
but they'll all get like an orange box. You know what I mean? So
Right,
if you have the white box, that's the collector's item. So then in Kickstarter number
If there's
2,
only 50, they're all collector's item. But
they're
that
all
white box
collectors,
is
right?
like
But
the
if you're the
prototype.
orange box, there's 50, and if it's a white box, there's only one, and that's
Yeah,
it.
the
That's all
white
we're
box is
making.
like the prototype, right?
Yep.
You
Yep.
see?
And
So,
so on the next Kickstarter, the prototype white box will then be Big James. So if you want that white box, you gotta I'll tell you what, I know my backer Rachel, she's super competitive. So if you want that white box and you want it, you gotta she was backer number 2 last time. And
I'm
she was
still
mad that
trying to
she wasn't backer number 1.
I'm still
What?
trying to find out who backer number 1 was for the
I
roaring.
know. I want to know who backed the roaring before me because
Rich
that's
won't
me
tell
too.
us. It's like, dude, tell us who was backer number
I know.
1.
He's too busy. He's got too much going on right now to care. He's just like, I'm happy I got backers. Yay. But I'm like, it's like it was either me or Allie or Chris. And the three of
Or
us were on
me.
there gunning for number 1.
Or me, because I was
Oh, did
trying
you?
to. Oh,
Maybe
yes.
you got it. I
That's
don't
why I want to
know.
know. If I hadn't, I wouldn't care. But I
Yeah,
was
I
up in
know.
there
Like
too,
Rich.
pledging them right away. And I rarely do that on Kickstarter. I usually wait till the end, and that way I know I got money.
Yeah.
Because 30
It's
days from
hard.
now.
Yeah, it's hard when it's like 30 days from now and you're like, oh, I just overdrew my checking. Move some
But
money.
since everybody else was talking about being backer number 1, I was like, I would just slide in here, see if I can be backer.
It'd be hilarious if you were like, I just took it away from all of you. You're like, dang it.
We'll see. I want to know though, Rich.
No, Rich will
I
have to
know.
tell us at some point. He'll have to go on that backer report and give it up. Can I talk about one more reward? Well, I actually want to talk about 2 things.
Anything you want.
All right, so I'm going to be doing this very special reward called the Bones of Despair. Now, in this world, remember, things don't die, and it doesn't matter what you do, you can decay all the way down to your bones. You're still there in the bones. So I'm doing this very special collection of bones that if you listen to it, you might even hear the voices of the damned stuck in the bones. That's all I'm going to say. So, so I'm doing that, and then, so my welcome video is in progress. So I'm working on that bad boy, and then I really need people to participate in the conspiracy theories, Pops. I want to get those recordings for people. You can just record yourself saying anything for 30 seconds to a minute and send me the footage so I can edit them all into one video. So it's like, imagine.
Now I can read it. Now I can read it, and I can actually give you it in character.
Yes.
You
That's
see what I'm saying? It's like,
Yes.
me. I'm serious. When I sit down here, I don't look at PDFs. I go right to what's going on online, who's doing what. I got to share this. I got to share that. I go right to
So
work.
turn that all off and just read the comic.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want your conspiracy theory on what you think started this whole thing. What do you think broke the death process? Is it government conspiracy? Is it a virus? Is it aliens? Is it the rapture? Is it freaking yogurt bacteria that got into people's brains? I don't know. You tell me what you think. And like, I've had some really interesting some so far, but I need a bunch more. And people, if you're not creative, but you still want to be in the video, send me a video of yourself saying no comment, because I'm looking for those too. But at least you can be in the video. You can participate in this kind of like group art project that I want to do,
Hold up. I got to write something down real quick so I don't forget.
Yeah, I was like, if you have an idea, jot it down. But like, I found this really cool one that I want someone to do, where it's like human government experimentation on trying to create super soldiers, and they can actually do like nanotech in your blood. This is a real thing, by the way, where they can actually put Well, what they were trying to do was over saturate human blood with oxygen so you don't have to breathe. So it's, you know what I mean? Like all your organs are still receiving oxygen just by your blood flow. So it's like you don't run out of steam while you're running. You know what I mean? You don't get out of breath. Could you go
Okay.
underwater and just stop breathing and be okay? I don't know. That's crazy. So if they
Okay,
can do that, what else can
I
they
will
do?
I will take your conspiracy theory and raise you a Travis Walton.
Oh, what?
A Travis Walton.
Please tell me more.
Fire in the Sky.
No, I don't know. Oh, aliens?
Well, not necessarily aliens, but that kind of sensationalism on the video story.
Yes. Yes, that's why I want someone just to be like, go crazy, be nuts.
I
Talk about
got
how the
you.
aliens came down and picked up your cow and flew him around the backyard of 15 times before they turned him inside out. Like, tell me this story, and that's why the dead no longer die. Like, I want to know what everybody's theories are. You can have serious theories, you can have crazy theories. Just give me anything. I want to put them all together and we can watch them all and like have
I
a good
got.
time and laugh.
I'm
It'll
gonna
be
give you one.
hilarious.
I'm gonna give
Good.
you one.
I'm
gonna give you
looking
a good
forward to it. If it's too big to get attached to an email, just shoot me a DM
Oh
or
no,
shoot me a message.
I,
There's ways
I,
to get it to me with my transfer and stuff like
I
that.
got you. I got
Hmm.
you. I'm well versed. Speaking of which, I need a Path of the Pale Rider trailer.
You need a Path the Pale Rider what?
Trailer, something to play
I know. I
before
was just
after
thinking that.
my
I was
show.
watching all the commercials and I was like, I need to do this.
Do you sit here? I'm sitting here jamming. They got some good music on all them trailers
Yeah.
too, man. I'll be sitting here like, ding, 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 ding.
Chris was showing me his trailer when he was working on it, and I was asking him about his video editing equipment and stuff, and I was like, "This is really good."
Wait till
I
you see
have good video editing equipment. I just don't know how to use it. So it's
wait
like I
till you
need to
see
go
the
back to
Gone
school.
Hunting. Wait till you see the Gone
That's the
Hunting.
one I saw.
Oh, did he show you with the new voiceover?
Yes. And I was like, "This is amazing." I was like, that's why I was like, "What video stuff are you using? What's the program? How user friendly is it? How intuitive is it?" Because we have
What's up, Jimmy?
I think we have Final Cut. Hi, Jim. I think we have like Final Cut Studio, but again, it's not intuitive and there's buttons that I don't know what they do.
Right.
So like I was filming this morning for my welcome video and I'm figuring out green screen with this program and it's like I have to Google stuff and like watch YouTube videos because I don't know how to do it. It doesn't make it easy. You know what I mean? So I probably need to take a class or something. Yes, a bacteria that uses the corpse until it can't be used anymore. There's a worm that does it. Yes, there's parasites that will do this to spiders and ants. They take over and crabs too. So like invertebrates, right? So yeah, it'll take over and it's like a spore, a fungus, will grow on its back. You can see the spiders, they have like the big white dome and it's not even like the spider, it's like the fungus is controlling.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I know all these things and it's so cool. So it could be anything like that. Tell me what you think. Make a
So, Chris,
video.
have you been on
Hi.
Chris's show? Have you been on Chris's show?
No.
Chris has
No,
a show called
that's
Morning Roast.
Morning roast, eh?
Morning
Where's
Roast
my
on
pen?
YouTube. He also
Chris.
does this. No, it's actually not a Pale Rider book, but it's kind of a Pale Rider book, but it's not that kind of Pale Rider book. I don't think there's any red dresses.
And I had to turn it off. So Chris, hit me up, dude. I want to come on your show and talk about zombie bears.
Zombie bears and undead stuff, man. It's a great
Undead stuff and cowboys and
I gotta
how
show
many
him, I
times
guess.
we can put the Clint Eastwood squint into our comic.
I
Right?
just unboxed number 1. All right. Those are all reflections on a piece of broken glass. The horse,
Like a glass that you drink out of.
Yeah, it broke, and those are all like the reflections as it's falling to the ground or as it crashed on the ground. You see the bottom of it right there. This is good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
Marco's
good. Have you seen
amazing.
it? Oh yeah, have you seen it? Good, man. Here's fulfillment, dude. Timely manner. She deserves to get all the credit or all the exposure she can. Definitely get her on your show, bro. You know what's up. It's how we do this.
And I'm nice and I'm sometimes funny, so I'd be happy to come on and hang
he
out.
messed with Pale Rider about it. Good job. That's what you're supposed to do. It
Thank
is,
you.
dude. I can't wait to read it. And you know me, I don't give the reviews, but you know. Oh, and thank you also for giving me the A cover.
You're
I don't
welcome.
know if you know this, but it's very rare that I'll go outside of the A cover when I'm purchasing something. It's like a
Gotcha.
very specific few people that make me go, oh, damn, I'm going to have that. For the most part, I like having A covers of first prints of number ones. You know, that's,
Yeah.
you
Well, I
know,
figured you would want a signed copy, and Marco's not going to
well,
sign a cover that's not his,
there you
obviously.
go.
So if you wanted both of our signatures, you're getting an A copy. So
Even better. Even better.
yeah,
I'm just saying,
yeah,
you kind of read my mind on that too. But Chris,
good.
she surprised me with this one. I hit her up the other day and I was like, I know I couldn't back it when it was live and I didn't have the money, but I got some money now. Can I get a number one first print? And she's like, it's in the mail.
I'm like, here's a picture of the shipping record because I just mailed
Yeah,
it out before you
she had
before you
already
called.
she had already sent it to me, man. She
I was
caught me
like,
by
way
surprise.
to spoil your own surprise. I
I
was like, I
know,
was
huh?
hoping it'd get to you and you'd be like, what's this?
Well, obviously, as soon as I seen the package, I would have known. But I mean,
Right. But
it was cool because you know one of the first people I thought about when I had a little bit of spread the
aw, yeah.
wealth money, you know, which we don't have that often, money that we can spend on people's campaigns. But when I do, I like to make sure it goes to the people that support what we're doing. And look, you went right out there, hooked up with some other people in Zombieland, started like promoting and I was like, yeah, she gets it. I'm down with that.
You
You see
have to.
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, like as a newbie like myself, this is. Laura, are you looking for an artist for a
Oh,
Jim?
oh,
I'll write you down.
Jim, look. If you
We'll
want
talk. I have some other
pinups,
things because like Marco does our main comic, and he does all of that,
Jim
but
does
sometimes I
pinups
do.
and covers and all
Yeah, I
kinds
was
of
like, I have
stuff.
variant covers. I do like one shots based off of this world. I have one that's coming up as a stretch goal. If we get there, then Allie's doing an 8-page one shot. I would love to do one shots with just all these different artists. I need a little bit of art for whatchamacallit, my choose your own adventure. It's not huge. It is, it's only some pages that have art, but I mean, we can talk. We can talk, right? Why not?
You've seen Jim's work, right?
Yeah, didn't you do the succubus for
No, that's 10.
Chris?
That's
Oh,
10.
I'm sorry.
This
I
I'll show
apologize.
you. I'll show you. This is
Yeah,
Jim.
send me your stuff, please. If we're not
Jim did a
friends on
prom.
Facebook, send it to me.
Jim did a crom for us right there. That right there.
Oh, that's his. Yeah,
Let me
that's
get this
nice.
comment out of the way. Yeah.
Nice color.
It's Edwin Badillo's colors and Jim's lines and inks, but it's
Beautiful.
Crom. It's the Steranko Hulk cover, an homage. You know, Jim's awesome, man. I got like quite a bit of different things with Jim on the cover. Beard Zerker, bunch of different stuff that Jim's done. You
Cool.
know, Mojo.
Yeah, I'm always looking. I'm
you
always
know.
looking to collaborate. I'm always looking to enrich the world. And Marco is always going to have the main story, but for
Yeah.
everybody else, we can enrich the story with all sorts of stuff. Let me write that down, Jim. Give me a second.
Yeah, you can go check out all of
Jim
his stuff. He's done
O'Reilly.
so much good. Man, he's got a corner of my wall up there with the Suicide Squad, Jim
Yeah.
Lee homage.
Yeah.
Man,
Nice.
you might as well just think it's Jim Lee. You can't even really. You have to look at it and see where it says after Jim Lee to know it's not even Jim Lee's work. That guy kills it. Oh, Mr. O'Reilly. He's Mr. Humble as well, but definitely one of
Well,
the
nice
top
to meet
guys
you.
out here.
Yeah, and I'm sure we've crossed paths before, I'm sure, because I'm sure I've seen stuff with you on here. We just need to like
He
formally
jumps
meet
out
and
every now
talk.
and then in the draw stream or the Tuesday morning brew, and we
Yeah,
show
because
off
that's
his
usually I'm
stuff.
on Tuesday Morning Brew most of the time. So
He's actually working on a book called, I think, Crom the Destroyer, but it's not about our Crom. It's a
Different
Conan
Crom?
book. It's a Conan book, but it's called Crom the Destroyer. I think that's what it's called, right, Jim? Talk to me, brother.
Hold on 1 second. I need to mute myself for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just 1 second.
Okay. You know, when you're talking to people over there, you can't answer. I get it.
They're ordering dinner. I had to put my order in.
Ah, yeah. I want it. Yeah.
So I didn't get left behind.
I want dinner.
So yeah, everything is going as planned. I got lots of good art. Marco is going back and coloring pages from the first episode so people can see his color. Because ultimately we would love to. Oh, this is something I want to talk about. But ultimately, we would love to do Kickstarters for color issues and not black and white. We did black and white in the first one with the stretch goal for color because it was more important to us to get the story out there and to start getting people to follow, right? Because again, Marco is what?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say Marco is, he's a working artist. This is what he does for a living. So it's like, he's not working for free. We have to pay him to do this, guys. So that's where over 50%. Oh, we are friends on Facebook. Okay, Jim. But over 50% of our, it's about 50% of our budget goes directly to art. You know what I mean? Between 24 pages, ink, pencil, color. He does a cover for me. I have 3 variant covers in the works. You know what I mean? And then I usually include preview pages for the next issue into that budget so we can keep going. You know what I mean? So we try to be smart with our money and to get there. So it's we want to do, if we can get up to that dollar amount to do the color, we absolutely will. And I know people read the comic and were like, the black and white is good, but the color is, superior. And I'm like, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And if we can raise that much money, we'll do it from the get-go. So I have 2 stretch goals.
Let me just throw this out there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was black and white first.
I mean, so was Walking Dead. Walking Dead completed their whole comic, and I mean complete, the whole arc, all of it, before they went back and started re-releasing in color. So we have intentions to go back and color that first issue. We're going to re-release on a short, a limited run. And then if you don't get that color release, then sorry, you got to wait until we start releasing volumes. I think we're going to wait until issue 5 because their first arc is 13 issues. So it'll be 5 issues and then 4 issues and then 4 issues for 3 volumes, right? I think that's approximately the right number of pages. So anyway, so the first stretch goal that I have is I think that 5x7 print of Big James that he colored from the first issue, that splash page of Big James and Jude. So he colored that. Everybody will get one of those with the physical. And then our next stretch goal is raising money to go back and color that first issue. Now, unfortunately, I can't print it with that amount of money. I can't send it out with that amount of money from the stretch goal. So again, it'll pay to color it, but then we'll have to do another purchase of that. But the second stretch goal is to color the second issue. So if we get to that the third stretch goal to color, then that second issue for that Kickstarter will all go out in color. So we'll skip that black and white from the get-go, and that's where we want to be. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do is stop doing black and white and go right to color, but we have to make sure that we can get to that dollar amount. So cool. I think I put in there if we get up to $12,000 that I'll cut some watermelon with a machete and a bikini. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Always be promoting.
I mean,
hey, my girl Donna used to be in the backyard with a sword in each hand and a bikini in the summer in Arizona. Just, it was fun to watch. I'm just saying it was fun to watch,
I mean, I like slicing watermelons, so it's cool. If we get all the way up to 12,000, we'll see. I gotta get there first, though.
We have a goal to reach.
and swallow.
How are you gonna hold up the watermelon? You gotta
I have
spike it.
like a small stool that I can put it on. I've
Okay.
cut watermelon in the backyard before with machetes
Okay.
because it's fun.
So there are videos of this.
There are, but not in a bikini. I think I'm
Oh,
wearing a dress,
okay.
but
Okay.
I'm slicing some watermelon.
What kind of dress? A red dress? Chris would like that.
No, it wasn't anything fun like that. It was like a little fun dress, you know. It's on my Instagram if anybody cares.
See, look. See, what?
Cutting watermelon. Yeah, hello. For those that don't know, I've done martial arts for 26 years. And I do weapons, specifically like knives, sticks, machetes. So I have several weapons, and some of the things we do for fun is cut watermelon in the backyard. Hush up, pups! They're telling me like
red dress and then a bikini. Red dress
first. Oh, right. Red dress I can pull off. But you know what? Because at the end of this campaign, it's probably going to be fall. So I don't know if I want to be out in a bikini, but I could definitely do a red dress.
Oh, but see, you
so
can
maybe
take
I'll
the
change
video.
that.
You can make the video.
I'll wear
anytime.
high heels
you
and
just
everything.
Don't release it. You can make the video anytime. You just don't release it until.
That's true. I could do it now because it's August and 4 million degrees in my backyard.
Yep. Now here you go. Now you're going to start getting all those questions because we have a whole bunch of martial arts nerds in there.
Well, I started in Penchak Silat, but I also do like Kali, Illustrissimo, like FMA is what I'm more familiar with. Right now I have a teacher and I'm currently studying Kali's Illustrissimo, which if you don't know anything about it, go look it up. It's amazing. The founder used it in his daily life and didn't teach anybody until he was in his 60s, when 3 guys decided they wanted to learn and became his disciples. And the way that they learned is like one guy would spar the old man and the other 2 would take notes because nobody knew.
Can you type that out so these nerds can go research it?
Can I put it in the comments?
Because they will.
It?
Or in the private chat, and I'll just copy it.
In the private chat, okay.
Because Jim probably knows. Jim probably knows about it. He's been around for a long time. But yeah.
Illustrissimo is the man's last name. His name was Antonio Illustrissimo. Illustrissimo. And it's for someone like myself who has been in martial arts for a long time. Can I get out of here now? How do I get out of this without? Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't hang up. So this is a brutal art, Illustrissimo. Silat and Kali and anything that's Filipino is basically it's a guerrilla warfare. The mindset is mostly like end the fight in as little moves as possible. You know what I mean? We go for like arteries and we break limbs. We have some things that we can do, like there's joint locks and stuff like that. So if you don't want to actually kill somebody, you could do that. But
still put them down. Yeah,
put them down, and you could keep them there until the police come. But mostly it's like you just 3 moves and they're dead. But still, it's like understanding how someone would attack you with these types of weapons. It's a lot different than fighting against someone who actually knows how to use them versus people on the street. Like we talk about all that stuff, like stress inoculation, how to train yourself so that way if you're actually in a fight that you can react in a way where it's not fight or flight or freeze. There's a lot of good stuff out there. So yeah, I've been training a long time. I've been a teacher in Penchak Silat since 2001. So I've been teaching. I teach in Prosper. I teach a weapons class on Tuesday night. I have about 6 students. So yeah, it's fun. But it's fun for me with nice, very good. I love other martial arts. I could nerd out about comic books and martial arts all day long. Like seriously, we could just talk about it all day. But I like when I can actually like put the 2 together. Where it's like when I write these real technical fights. So it's like, and the cool part is that I have people that will record the fights. So we could not only am I choreographing in my head, we can actually do the moves. So that way we can record it and send it to my artist, and now he has a reference for those fights.
Nice.
Because that's the hard part where I'm like, he backhand speed punches, or he does like a block or a parry or like a wrist hack. So I'm talking about all these technical moves, and Marco's like, I don't know. No, I have not. Hatsumi. Sounds familiar, but I'm not like 100% familiar. So yeah.
This is the great part about it. There's so many different awesome theoretical martial arts that a lot of people don't even know anything about because, like you said, somebody's got 3 disciples. And it's only going to, it has to branch out from there. And, does it grow or does it stay small? No, that depends.
It just depends. It depends on the practitioner. You know what I mean? Because the old man, he didn't even want to teach, and he just took on the 3, and that was it. Once it started to get a little bit bigger, he would come out and he would do seminars. But he was in his 80s. You know what I mean? But he was still lethal at 80. I mean, and that's, to me, that's the art that I want to know. If someone can do this and be efficient and deadly at 84, think about how that is. It's minimal movement. You know what I mean? It's being efficient. It's understanding combat geometry. Where do my feet need to be so that way you can't hit me, but I can hit you? Right. That's important to me because, again, all of my opponents, 99% of them are going to be bigger, stronger, or multiple opponents because, guys, I'm not fighting for the same reasons you are. I'm not getting into that testosterone fight. I'm not getting into that bar fight. Someone's coming after me to take something and take my life. So I have to fight differently than, men do.
And for me, that all came from being on a prison yard, wherein the one place in the world that you can learn exactly, other than the battlefield, the one place in America where you can learn exactly what you're capable of, it's prison yard. Okay? Because you're never in that situation where, okay, now I'm across from somebody. I don't know why they're here. I don't know what they did to get here. I'm not taking the risk of them getting their hands near my face, my throat, or any of that, right? And now whatever you offer me is what I'm going to break.
If it's in my space, it belongs to me now.
Yeah, exactly. It gets within my space, and I'm going to do whatever I can with it. And that was, I haven't had no years of schooling or whatnot, but I had a very intense prison training.
That's all you need. And I mean, what's funny, Pops, that you even mentioned that there's this art that's picking up steam right now. Of course, I'm going to draw a blank. It's called the Piper system. And it's a prison system. It's all about shanking. I swear to God. So if you look up Piper, it's from South Africa, and it's how to avoid that type of situation where you're getting shanked or grabbed and pulled into a blade. So it's interesting. Secret martial art called a gun. There's gun disarms. Now, okay, this is a topic of contention because guns run out of bullets. And if you're not trained in how to use a gun, you're probably not going to, it depends on the weapon. Of course, we always got to talk about how many bullets are in the damn thing and can you get it out of your clothes? You ever heard about the rule of 21? 21 feet. If I have my knife out and your gun is concealed and we're within 21 feet, I can get to you and kill you before you can get your gun out and shoot me. And they've proved this time and time again with law enforcement. It's a law enforcement rule of 21. Look it up if you don't know. I'm sure you know. If you've taken any kind of gun training, you've learned about this. The rule of 21.
They start tapping you if you're within a certain radius and you're armed. And this, you get too close to them with a weapon, and they know now you can get too close to me. Bang, 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 bang. They don't even mess around.
Right, but that's the thing is like if you it depends on what state you're in. I'm in Texas, you can open carry here, it's different, but if you're concealed, have you practiced getting your weapon out from what you're wearing while it's holstered? How often have you practiced that? Can you do it under pressure?
Right.
So it's like there's always something that you can be training, and then what happens when your gun jams? What if you stovepipe? You know what I mean?
It gets stuck in your holster. Trying to pull it out. You see it all the time, man.
Right. Or you shoot yourself while you're taking your damn gun out. You know what I mean? Like all these things can happen, and it's like your gun jams and you get stovepipe. So the bullet is sticking up. So
just another tool. Yep. Just another tool.
It's all about training, and it's all about practitioner. You know what I mean? Like, how much time have you spent practicing these things and getting into the mindset that you can handle it? Because again, if you aren't training it, you can't do it. If you
Right.
can't do it.
I
So it's like an artist drawing comics. It's like I've been, painting for forever. I can do art. Well, it's like, well, you can't do sequential art until you've done it. You know what I mean? So it's two totally different things. So
I've worked with size more than anything else. They're my favorite. They're my weapon of choice. I like size.
you like size, yeah.
Yeah, I like them just because I don't know. It's like it's
They're
more of a
interesting.
defense.
You know how to change the grip on them, so it's like you can
Yes.
have the pommel out, or you can
Yes.
whip out are you using the bladed ones, or are you using the size that are
Well, I got
they're
kids
just
here. I can't have the
pokey
blade
ones?
ones, but yes,
Okay.
I guess you can't see that, huh? But yes, we like this. We like these. It's a defensive weapon.
Yeah, you can defend
You
your
know,
arms, and you can
I'm
take blows, and you can
I'm
take
not trying
all sorts
to,
of
to
stuff.
kill people, but if somebody's coming at me with a sword or a staff or something with reach, I want something I can block and trap. Okay, I want to be able to trap their weapons so that I can beat them with the other one. Right.
Or disarm. That's a great disarming tool. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? If you can hook it
that's why
around
I
and
like them.
manipulate that thumb.
That's why I like them, because they're, like I said, a defensive weapon. I'm not trying to cut somebody's head off. I got a katana
That's
up there if I
neat.
need to. I got a katana up there if I need to, right? But I mean, I'd rather not go back to prison over something stupid.
All right, don't do that. Don't do that. I like the stuff that I can like hide, and I just keep around in
There you
places.
go.
It's like easy to conceal, easy to deploy. My favorite thing that I like right now are a buddy of mine makes these composite wood hairpins, so I can put my hair
Ooh.
up and I can stick it in. It's like I can go anywhere with that. I can get through security. It goes through a metal
Mhm.
detector, and it's open. You know what I mean? So I don't have to go under any clothes or into my purse. If
That's
I'm getting
ridiculous.
robbed at gunpoint, I can give him my purse, and if it escalates from there, I still have a weapon. So it's
You
just,
turn around, you could
good stuff.
stab him in the back of the neck too.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation. Like, are my
I
kids
know.
with me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It all, are they trying to force me to a secondary location because then I got to fight, the odds of me getting in somewhere. Yeah, true. If you train long enough, you can learn to set exactly.
See,
It's
and that's
funny
the whole
how
thing.
that works, isn't it?
That's what
Because
prison
the
does to
longer
you.
you train, it changes your mentality, it changes your body language, your body mechanics, and predators can sense other predators. So you're less likely to get into these altercations by training. So,
Well, I was going to say, this is one of the things that prison does to you. Okay, you learn to sleep with one eye open, one ear
well,
open.
it's being a
Okay,
predator. Yeah.
it becomes my son right now to this day. He'll try to sneak down here and catch me sleeping because I tell him I
Why?
hear everything. I hear everything. Okay, I hear. So sometimes he'll try to challenge that, and he'll come around the corner, and I'll be like, "What's up?" It's like I'll be laying
Yeah,
in bed. I'll
I
just be
learned a
like, "What's
long
up,
time ago
dude?"
not to play those
I'm,
games.
I'm like, "You
I think
didn't
I
get to
got
the
kicked
top
out
of
of
the
a haunted
stairs, and I
house.
knew you were coming." Sometimes he might get a little closer,
Yeah.
but you feel the pressure in the room change. Or he'll walk
Yeah.
by the fan, and that's all it takes. Poof, there's somebody in the room. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
that. I try to stay that aware anyway. Situational awareness
Yep.
and situational camouflage are two very important things.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Just being
Um,
present and understanding what situation you're in, and maybe just like noting where the exits are. It's like that could save your life.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes go for the exit. Just go for it.
Their intent, very real, and we can feel it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely,
Yeah.
we can.
That was the thing about prison. You didn't know that guy might have
Yes.
been here. You didn't know what he
Whoever
was
just
there
said
for.
that about hat pins, that's a thing for ladies, like hat pins and knitting
Mhm.
needles and stuff. That's our thing. We stab with those. So they're inconspicuous, and you can take them on airplanes and all sorts of stuff.
Everything can be used as a weapon. Pretty much everything can be used as a weapon
Everything
if
can
you
be used as a
create it.
weapon. Yeah, that was one of my mottos for a long time. Like, this can be used as a weapon. To the point where like my coworkers were like, "Laurie, can this be used as a weapon?" I'm like, "Absolutely. Let me show you how." Like,
But yeah, you
He
guys,
uses
you got to
the
check
weapon.
out Path of the Pale Rider. I'm not going to keep
Yeah,
you
so
out
now
here.
that you know that I'm crazy. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Now that you know, like, kind of the things that I think about, like, this is the stuff that I'm writing into my comic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I love writing the long story. You know, the payoff. Like, you know, it's like you're gonna see characters in issue 3, and then it's like you don't understand who you're looking at until we get into the second arc, and then you're gonna find out, oh my God, I've seen this character before. You know, I'm gonna bring people back. I don't know what that is, Jim. I'm a little afraid. What is that?
Ah. It's fun and it makes people back to fuck up.
Jim, you need to explain that.
Okay, Jim, go ahead, tell her. Is that like some kind of Japanese assassin? Yeah, female ninja. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've always been this way. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to do martial arts, and yep,
I wanted to get
that's the way
into
my
it when
brain
I was a
works.
kid, but everybody I knew was a weirdo that was into it back then. I mean,
It does
seriously,
attract a
like
lot of
somebody I'm
weirdos.
not
It really
following
does.
the battle is trying to teach me how to fight. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not following this guy in the battle. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard. It's like it's martial arts is just like anything else. It has to become, you know, a business. They have to pay the overhead on their school. So it's like
Well, no, I
there's a
mean, I
lot of
wanted
people that
to.
end up in the school that are not, you know, I would never
I would have a
train
hard
with
time
or
finding a real sensei. This is what my problem was.
yeah, they're few and
Um,
far between. My teacher is
I
awesome. My
liked Barry
teacher is so
Bernstein.
skilled.
I liked Barry Bernstein until the school blew up, and then it became like a bunch of little mobsters and shit.
Doesn't that always happen? Which is so sad. That's why it's
Yeah.
like schools are a difficult place because I've been in some toxic schools. I've been in some great schools. You know, it's like when you've been doing this as long as I have, you've seen a lot of things on a lot of different models. But my teacher is by far, you know, the best one I have ever had. He's just amazing. He's very humble, understanding, you know, one of the most lethal people I have ever met, and understands that I can do all these things even as a woman, and it doesn't treat me any differently than anybody else, which happens. And teaches me all the things like all the, oh, this is the little sneaky, like, this is how we stab him in the eyes. And like, you know, as you're doing this, instead of just going by, you want to stab and then slash and then stab and then slash, you know what I mean? And then stab
There you
him
go.
again. And it's like, he gives me all the sneaky stuff because I can handle that. So it's like, I appreciate everything, you know, that he teaches me. I just, you know, can't get enough.
I like it.
So.
I like it. So y'all, you know now. Now you know. She's one of us.
I love comics too. It's like I can nerd out about comics for hours. I just started reading What is Killing the Children, or Something is Killing the Children, excuse me. And then when we went to Titan Comics, Marco and I went to Titan Comics in Dallas to kind of like exchange stuff, but we met the owner and he bought some copies of Path of the Pale Rider. And of course, we went shopping because his collection was insane. So I got those two, and then I got the first 4 episodes of Twig. I don't know if people know, but Marco's teacher at Kansas City's Institute of Art was Kyle Schramm, who does the art for Twig, and he did Spread. I don't know, that Spread was a huge influence on me. It's about a post-apocalyptic America where this like symbiote comes down pretty much, and it like takes over. It's like red. The book is in black and white. There he is. The book's in black and white except for the symbiote, which is red. So it's like this really like bright red pop. It's like fleshy. You just have to go see it. And like his main character's name is No, and that's all he says. No. And he finds this baby in the apocalypse. So it's like this guy that doesn't talk, who carries a hatchet with this baby and a baby carrier on his chest, going through the apocalypse with this freaking red thing that just consume. I don't know. You got to see it. But Kyle's imagination is just so cool. If you haven't seen Kyle Schramm, check him out. But his new one is called Twig. There's only 4 issues out so far, so we've been reading that too. And again, Kyle's imagination is just astounding. So, good books if you haven't read them. We could talk about books too. So.
Well, we had a panel one time where we had martial arts and comic books. We had a whole bunch of people out here that practice martial arts as well as do comics. I think we're gonna have to do that again.
Oh, fun! I can't wait. Allie's like that too. Allie and I hit it right off. I went on Peter's show, and Allie was like, "Can we keep her?" Because she's the same way. She does comics, and she's done martial arts for forever. So her and I just like, I feel so bad for Peter because Peter was just drawing, and Allie and I just like la 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 took over the entire show. I think Peter said like 4 words the entire time.
See, look, we get Jim.
See?
We, a couple of those people that were out with us that night, we'll get them to come back. We'll have us a nice little panel. We'll do it again. Hell, never know. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll do it during CromCon.
Yeah, that's coming up at the end of this month. I got a spot, guys, so I'll see you again soon. We could talk all sorts of stuff.
When do you plan on launching this one?
I'm not sure yet. It just depends on when we get all of our stuff done. For me, it's Marco's going to be done really soon. It's like my welcome video, and then the conspiracy theory video needs to be done before we launch. So that's why I'm kind of pushing for those. But it's probably going to be end of September, early October at the latest October.
It won't take me that long. Now that I've got the idea.
Okay.
I'll just go outside with the phone. I'll just record it.
Exactly. Yeah, it can be a lot of fun, guys. I just need people to participate. Otherwise, I'm just going to go find all my friends and it'll just be them. But it's like when I open it up for everybody, it'd be really cool to get a lot of participation. So it could be something bigger than just me and just, me and my husband doing all the videos, which we'll do. But I just think it'd be cool to have Pops and Sam and Brandon and Trey, and Rich and Allie and anybody who's wants to be part of the world. You could be part of the world, so let's do it. It's fun.
Cool. I got ideas.
And no pressure. You can always say no comment because again, that'd be cool.
Maiden,
That's
Rocky's
funny.
having an issue because Luna's up there. She's in heat, and we're not she's too old to let Rocky go crazy on her. So we're keeping them apart, and he's having an issue with it. That's all I can say. He's having an issue with it. He'll get over it.
Yeah, just be a few more days.
I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's not the normal Rocky talk to us. That's a very mournful, I can't nobody. He'll live. I don't even feel sympathetic for him, tell you.
No. I don't, not at all.
Not even a little bit. All right.
Nope.
Laurie, thank you so much for coming out. You guys go check out Path of the Pale Rider 2. There will be a catch up so you can get Path of the Pale Rider number 1. You will be able to pick this beauty up too and get it with your number 2. Yes, that's what we were just talking about. I'm not quite sure.
The book is probably launching end of September, early October. Right. But if you want to get your hands on a issue 1, this one, I have some left. So you can always hit me up and I can, if you want to, pay for the book and pay for shipping, I'll send you one. I got about maybe 20 left.
She is in the madness. You can find her in the comic related madness. You can find her on in the Zombie Live group on Facebook.
Yep.
You can find her Laurie Calcaterra on Facebook.
On Facebook, I'm there. You'll see me. I'm friends with Pops, so just go to Pops, look through his friends, type in Laurie, I'll pop up. So
yeah, you'll find her. You know what's up. Thank
around.
you all for watching.
Yes, thank you everybody.
You know what's up. Definitely hook up with Chris. Get a hold of her, get her on your show, bro. Because look, she not only has a great project, but there's so many things that she's involved in that you guys talk about. She easily make up hour and a half of your show without you even realizing.
I like to talk, so we're good.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good fan interaction on his show. There's a lot of people in the chat that'll be asking questions and stuff. So, a good fit over there. And
if I could get to people that haven't seen Path of the Pale Rider before, bonus. Because then I can gross them out with all the terrible things I'm doing in my comic book.
And you might pick up another show or two by being on his show. You see what I'm saying? It's cool. All you remember when I first met you, I told you I'm going to pass you around like a fatty, right? That's what happens.
I'll take that as joint and not like a fat
Yeah,
person.
yeah, that's what we're talking. Yeah, we don't roast
Oh,
in the
puppy.
joint. Yeah, we don't roast.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just teasing you because you don't talk about fatties to girls. I'm just saying.
All right. I will talk to you later. I'm going to play the rest of
everybody.
our commercials, and then we're going to be out. Thank you so much, Laurie, for hanging out with us. Thank you again.
Anytime.
For the book.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Brian Christgau, your book, Six Gun Gorilla, is excellent. Six Gun Gorilla, awesome. Awesome comic book.
We've all heard the stories. We've all heard the legends. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Billy the Kid. But there's a secret history to the Old West. One that seems too strange to be true, but, well, we all know what they say about the truth. Very big ape, very big guns, throwing very big holes, very bad people. I think the world is finally ready to hear the story of the strangest, the most startling Western hero of them all. Six Gun Gorilla, Long Days of Vengeance.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, After Apocalypse.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are done.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.